For everyone who loves a good story about a great car, you've come to the right place. It's a rolling piece of art that somehow managed to be both brutally powerful and elegantly beautiful at the same time. The moment you laid eyes on the 1970 Cadillac Eldorado, it was as if the world around you melted away, leaving only that breathtaking silhouette against the backdrop of a summer sunset. If you were around back then, you'll remember how the long hood and short deck seemed to embody a spirit of freedom and luxury that was uniquely American. It was the kind of car that made you feel proud to be an American, a symbol of aspiration, of a time when the open road beckoned with possibilities. Imagine pulling up to the drive-in theater on a Friday night, the sound of your favorite tune crackling through the speakers as you parked that majestic beast. Beneath that sweeping design lay the heart of a legend, a 500 cubic inch V8 engine pumping out around 400 horsepower. That was not just a number. It was a promise of exhilarating power, a roar that would echo in your chest long before you even turned the key. With torque that could push you back into the plush leather seats, this car was more than just a mode of transportation. It was a feeling, a thrill, a rush that had everyone looking. And oh, the stats of a legend don't end there. With a 3-speed turbo-hydromatic automatic transmission, it offered a smooth ride that glided over the asphalt like a dream. The Eldorado was built for cruising, for making memories, and for turning heads. It weighed in at around 4,850 pounds, yet it felt lighter than air on those winding country roads. But to truly understand the Cadillac Eldorado, we must understand the America that created it. It was a time when the nation was filled with optimism, when the post-war economy was booming, and families dreamed of endless summers spent on the road. This was an era that celebrated freedom, individuality, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. The Eldorado was more than just a car. It was a testament to a culture that believed in the grandeur of life and the joy of the open road. As we dive deeper into this story, let's remember that every curve, every gleam of chrome, and every rev of that powerful engine tells a tale of a shared American dream. As we journey deeper into the heart of this American automotive saga, we find ourselves in the bustling streets of Detroit, a city alive with innovation and ambition. If you were around back then, you'd remember the energy that pulsed through the factories, a symphony of machinery and dreams in perfect harmony. Detroit wasn't just the Motor City. It was a crucible where the future of American mobility was being forged, and the stakes were high. Here, in the shadows of towering smokestacks and assembly lines, the great minds of the automotive industry were not just engineers. They were dreamers, visionaries who believed that the automobile could embody the very essence of freedom and luxury. At the helm of Cadillac during this golden era was Henry Leland, the founder who, with his son Wilfred, established the brand in 1902. Leland was a pioneer whose relentless pursuit of precision and excellence set Cadillac apart from its competitors. He believed that a car should not only be a mode of transport, but a statement of identity and status. This philosophy permeated the company culture, creating an atmosphere where creativity flourished and innovation was not just encouraged but expected. As the 1960s rolled into the 70s, Cadillac was under the visionary leadership of Bill Mitchell, the vice president of design at General Motors. Mitchell was a force of nature, a designer who understood the pulse of the American consumer. His bold and striking designs, characterized by dramatic lines and luxurious details, captured the imagination of a generation. The competitive spirit in Detroit was palpable. Ford was churning out Mustangs that roared with youthful energy, while Chrysler was crafting the Imperial, a symbol of opulence. Each company was vying for supremacy, pushing the boundaries of what a car could be. And in this race, Cadillac sought to outshine them all, embodying the very pinnacle of luxury. In this melting pot of ideas and aspirations, the mood was one of fierce determination. Engineers and designers worked side by side, fueled by a shared vision of creating vehicles that would not only transport, but elevate the American experience. The factories buzzed with excitement, where every bolt and every stitch mattered. Every day brought new challenges, yet the camaraderie among the workers was a testament to their belief in what they were creating. They were not just building cars, They were crafting dreams, and the spirit of competition ignited their passion. As we delve into the details that define this era, we can almost hear the echoes of laughter and the clanking of tools as these dreamers brought their visions to life. Amidst this whirlwind of creativity, the stage was being set for a remarkable automobile that would soon capture the hearts of many. The journey of the Cadillac Eldorado was about to unfold, but first, we must truly appreciate the dreamers who set the wheels in motion, crafting a legacy that would stand the test of time. As the sun set on the 1960s and the dawn of the 70s approached, America was a nation in transition, brimming with excitement and uncertainty. The streets were alive with new sounds, the air thick with the sweet melodies of rock and roll, folk music, and the soulful strains of Motown, each note a reflection of the hopes and dreams of a generation. Young Americans were looking for more than just a car. They were searching for an extension of their identity, a vessel that could carry their aspirations into a world that was rapidly changing. The Cadillac Eldorado, introduced in 1970, answered that call with a resounding thrum of its powerful engine. Picture this: couples cruising down the boulevard, the radio tuned to their favorite station, the wind in their hair as they took in the sights of a booming society. The Eldorado was more than just a mode of transportation. It was a symbol of freedom and prosperity. With its dramatic long hood and short deck design, it stood as a beacon of American ingenuity and style, captivating the hearts of those who longed for the luxurious life that seemed just within reach. Underneath that gleaming exterior, it housed a mighty 500 cubic inch V8 engine, an engine that not only offered approximately 400 horsepower, but also provided a visceral thrill, a feeling that resonated deep within the chest of every driver. Meanwhile, the nation was gripped by the excitement of the space race, with the echoes of Neil Armstrong's footsteps on the moon still ringing in the ears of millions. America was no longer just a country, it was a frontier of dreams where anything seemed possible. Young people were driven by a desire to break free from the past, to embrace a future filled with promise. They wanted cars that reflected their newfound sense of adventure, and the Cadillac Eldorado was ready to take them there. Flaunting its hidden headlights and distinctive egg crate grille, it was as bold as the aspirations of a generation. As the Cadillac brand continued to flourish under the visionary design of Bill Mitchell, the Eldorado became the embodiment of luxury, targeted at affluent buyers who sought not just comfort, but a statement of status. It was the kind of car that made you feel proud to be an American, a chariot that could carry you to the drive-in theater or the local diner, where laughter and camaraderie filled the air. The Eldorado was a promise wrapped in chrome and leather, a testament to a time when optimism could be found in every mile traveled, every journey taken. With the cultural landscape shifting beneath its wheels, the Cadillac Eldorado was poised to become more than just a car. It was the answer to a yearning for elegance and excitement in an age of change. So, as we delve deeper into the story of this magnificent automobile, let's take a moment to appreciate how it captured the very essence of America itself, a nation on the brink of transformation, racing toward a future filled with endless possibilities. Nestled under the long, elegant hood of the 1970 Cadillac Eldorado was a powerhouse that defined an era, the magnificent 500 cubic inch V8 engine. Now, if you were lucky enough to experience the thrill of turning the key and feeling that engine roar to life, you know exactly what I mean when I say it was an experience unlike any other. The sound of that engine was pure music, a deep, throaty growl that reverberated through your chest, announcing your arrival and demanding attention. It was the kind of sound that made heads turn and hearts race, echoing the very spirit of American automotive culture. This wasn't just any engine, it was a symbol of strength and ambition, embodying the dreams of a nation that loved its cars. With approximately 400 horsepower and a staggering 550 pound-feet of torque, this big block V8 was built for performance. It delivered an exhilarating rush that would propel the Eldorado from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 8.1 seconds. Picture it. The wind whipping through your hair as you press the accelerator, that massive engine responding instantly, launching you down the open road like a rocket. Every time you slipped the 3-speed turbo-hydromatic automatic transmission into gear, there was a satisfying click that promised seamless power delivery. The Eldorado wasn't just designed for speed, it was crafted for comfort, making long drives feel effortless. The plush leather seats hugged you as you glided over the pavement, the suspension soaking up imperfections like a sponge. It was a driving experience that felt as luxurious as it was thrilling, perfectly marrying performance with the comfort of a high-end personal luxury coupe. The 500 cubic inch engine also represented something deeper in the American psyche. It was a time when bigger was better, and for many, that meant embracing the raw power and performance of a car that could truly do it all. It was about the freedom of the open road and the thrill of the chase, a chance to escape the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary. This engine was the heart and soul of the Eldorado, a testament to a generation that believed in the promise of power and the allure of luxury. As you drove down those sun-soaked highways, the Eldorado wasn't just a car. It was an extension of your identity, a statement of who you were and what you stood for. It was a rolling testament to the dreams and desires of a nation, all wrapped up in a sleek, stylish package that was unmistakably Cadillac. That's the magic of the 1970 Eldorado. Under that graceful exterior lay a roaring beast, ready to take you on the ride of your life. As you approach the majestic silhouette of the 1970 Cadillac Eldorado, it's impossible not to feel a rush of admiration for its bold and striking design. Crafted under the keen eye of Bill Mitchell, the visionary vice president of design at General Motors, this car was an extraordinary tribute to the artistry of American automotive engineering. The Eldorado's dramatic long hood and short deck proportions capture a sense of elegance and power that was as much a statement as it was a vehicle. If you were fortunate enough to slide into the plush interior, you'd find yourself enveloped in a cocoon of luxury, where every detail was meticulously curated to elevate your driving experience. Imagine resting your hands on that sumptuous leather-wrapped steering wheel, perfectly contoured to fit your grip. With every turn, you could feel the spirit of freedom coursing through you, as if the very act of steering this magnificent machine was an invitation to explore the open road. The dashboard, adorned with gleaming chrome accents and a symphony of gauges, was designed not just for function, but for flair, offering a glimpse into the future of automotive luxury. As you gazed out over that expansive hood, you could almost hear the whispers of the past, each mile traveled resonating with the dreams of countless drivers who had come before you. The hidden headlights, a signature feature of the Eldorado, emerged like a magician's reveal, a perfect blend of form and function and a testament to the era's penchant for innovation. This was a car that commanded attention, a rolling piece of art that turned heads wherever it went. The distinctive egg crate grille, flanked by those elegant lines, offered a glimpse of the power lurking beneath the surface. It was a car that made you feel proud to be an American, a symbol of the aspirations that defined an era where style and substance went hand in hand. And when you pressed the gas pedal, the gentle hum of the engine transformed into a powerful roar, a sound that resonated deep within your chest, igniting a sense of adventure. The Eldorado wasn't just about getting from point A to point B, it was about the journey itself, the promise of adventure that awaited with each turn of the key. As you navigated the streets, it was as though you were gliding on a cloud, the suspension expertly crafted to absorb every bump and dip, allowing you to savor the ride as much as the destination. In that moment, as you drove with the wind in your hair and the sun on your face, you were not merely operating a vehicle. You were embracing a lifestyle, a celebration of the freedom that came with the open road, the allure of the Eldorado echoing through the ages. As the sun dipped low in the sky, casting golden hues across the asphalt, the launch of the 1970 Cadillac Eldorado heralded a new era in American luxury. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement. With its dramatic long hood, short deck silhouette, and signature hidden headlights, the Eldorado stood out on the streets like a proud lion in a herd of gazelles. If you were cruising down those sun-drenched boulevards, the Eldorado didn't just turn heads, it commanded attention. Picture the scene. You're at a stoplight, and beside you sits a Lincoln Continental Mark III, its polished chrome glinting in the fading sunlight. The driver casts a glance your way, perhaps a touch of envy flickering in their eyes as you slide behind the wheel of your Cadillac. The roar of that legendary 500 cubic inch V8 engine, with its 400 horsepower, rumbles to life under the hood. It was a sound that resonated deep in your chest, a symphony of power that promised thrills and prestige. As the light turns green, you ease into the throttle, feeling that incredible torque of 550 pound-feet pushing you forward, leaving your rivals in a cloud of dust and admiration. The Eldorado wasn't just competing with American giants, it was redefining what luxury meant in an automobile. While the Chrysler Imperial offered its own brand of elegance and the Buick Riviera dazzled with style, the Cadillac Eldorado was the embodiment of American opulence. It was designed not just to transport, but to elevate your very essence. Imagine gliding down those scenic highways, the wind in your hair, the sound of the Beach Boys or Simon and Garfunkel spilling from the stereo, while the world around you faded into a blur. With a curb weight of nearly 4,850 pounds, it wasn't just about speed, it was about presence. The Eldorado took to the road with a grace that belied its size, the unibody construction ensuring that every drive felt like a whisper of luxury. And though it could reach a top speed of 126 miles per hour, it was never about racing. It was about arriving in style. In those days, the thrill of cruising wasn't just about the destination. It was about the journey, the people you met, the stories you shared, and the freedom you felt behind that wheel. The Eldorado was more than a car. It was a confidant, a partner in adventure, and for those who were fortunate enough to own one, it represented the pinnacle of what it meant to be an American in the 1970s. It was a king on the road, ruling a kingdom filled with dreams, nostalgia, and that unmistakable aura of success. As the 1970s rolled on, the Cadillac Eldorado became more than just a car. It morphed into an emblem of American culture, a symbol that resonated with the dreams and aspirations of a generation. It wasn't merely the sleek lines and luxurious interior that captured hearts. It was the lifestyle it represented. If you were cruising the highways or parked at a drive-in theater, the sight of a 1970 Cadillac Eldorado gliding by was nothing short of iconic, a heart-stopping moment that made you feel alive in that era of freedom and possibility. Television shows of the time recognized the allure of the Eldorado, often featuring it as the vehicle of choice for heroes and heroines. Who could forget the charm of characters like Tony Stark, who, while not always behind the wheel of an Eldorado, embodied the same spirit of luxury and sophistication that this car represented. As viewers, we were invited to share in that glamorous lifestyle, the thrill of the open road, and the promise of adventure. And let's not overlook the music that filled the airwaves, the soundtrack of the 70s that accompanied the Eldorado on its journeys. From the smooth sounds of soul and funk to the rock anthems that defined a generation, the car was part of the backdrop of countless road trips and weekend getaways. It became a cherished companion for those late-night drives, where the moonlight danced off its polished surface and the rumble of its powerful engine echoed through the night. Underneath that long hood was the kind of horsepower that made every drive an exhilarating experience, the kind of thrill that made you feel invincible. The Eldorado also found its way into the hearts of collectors, becoming a sought-after piece of automotive history. Owning one was akin to holding a piece of the American dream in your hands, a tangible reminder of a time when luxury and performance walked hand in hand. It was the kind of car that didn't just transport you from point A to point B, it carried with it stories of family road trips, prom nights, and the joyous spontaneity of youth. Even as the years have passed, the legacy of the 1970 Cadillac Eldorado endures. It remains a beloved classic, frequently appearing at car shows where enthusiasts gather to celebrate its unique styling and powerful presence. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of American luxury automobiles, reminding us all of a time when the open road was a canvas for adventure, and every drive in an Eldorado was a celebration of life. In that way, the Eldorado isn't just a car. It's an integral part of the American narrative, a shining star in the vast constellation of our shared history. As we bring our journey through the remarkable story of the 1970 Cadillac Eldorado to a close, it's essential to reflect on why this magnificent automobile still holds a special place in the hearts of many, even decades after its production. Today, the Eldorado stands not only as a coveted classic among collectors, but as a poignant reminder of a time when American cars were synonymous with grandeur, luxury, and freedom. In the sprawling landscape of car culture, this beauty, with its long hood and hidden headlights, is revered not just for its aesthetic appeal, but for what it represents: an era of unbridled optimism and the pursuit of the American dream. The Eldorado's legacy is palpable at classic car shows and auctions, where it commands attention and admiration, often fetching impressive prices that reflect its desirability. Collectors seek out this piece of history not just for its powerful V8 engine, which rumbles like a heartbeat, but for the stories it carries. Stories of summer road trips, drive-in movie nights, and the thrill of cruising down the boulevard under the starry skies of yesteryear. Owning a 1970 Eldorado is like holding a piece of time in your hands, a tangible connection to the past that evokes warm memories and shared experiences. Yet, its significance transcends mere monetary value. The Eldorado is a symbol of a bygone era, a reminder of a time when cars were designed not just to get us from point A to point B, but to stir our souls and ignite our imaginations. It represented a spirit of adventure and the promise of a brighter tomorrow, capturing the essence of American life in the 70s, a time when the open road was an invitation to explore new horizons. For those who remember, the Cadillac Eldorado is more than just a car. It is a cherished emblem of youth, freedom, and the boundless possibilities that came with it. It invites us to reflect on our own journeys and the dreams we dared to chase. As we sit behind the wheel of one of these magnificent machines, we can almost hear the echoes of laughter, the melodies of classic rock, and the nostalgia of a simpler time. The Eldorado reminds us that while decades pass and trends change, the spirit of adventure and the desire for connection remain timeless. So, let us celebrate this magnificent automobile, not just for its engineering marvels, but for the memories it holds and the dreams it continues to inspire in all of us. The 1970 Cadillac Eldorado will forever reign as a testament to the enduring spirit of American luxury and the timeless pursuit of the open road, a reminder that, in the grand tapestry of our lives, it's the journeys we take and the memories we create that truly matter. If this story brought back some good memories, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. It truly helps us keep these legends alive. But more importantly, I want to hear from you. Please leave a comment and tell us your story. Did you or your family own one of these? What was your first car? I read every single comment, and your memories are what make this community so special. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.